On the specific date of November 18th, I personally attended a formal meeting of the Parliamentary Committee on Defence and Internal Affairs, together with the head of the Defence Committee of the German Bundestag, Mr. Tomasom Revenkamp, who tried to explain to us that Germany has actually only done good things here, claiming that they have been a purely positive force in our region for years, saying that he is unaware of any examples of aggressive German actions directed towards us at all, and naturally, the obsession with Russia was used as a pretext for German rearmament and the rapid expansion of their military capabilities, and boasting about how Germany has deployed its army in Lithuania for the first time in the entire history of their nation. It was laughable to hear about some Russian attacks on German infrastructure, which was completely ridiculous to hear, while Mr. Revenkamp dared not mention the attack on, i.e., the sabotage of the Nord Stream pipeline, a topic he clearly wanted to avoid, which certainly wasn't done by Russia, but by Germany's daddy, the United States of America, as we all know very well. In any case, I started talking about that, giving multiple clear examples of German aggression in our region throughout history, and also spoke directly about the Nazi past of today's German politicians who are in power, including the Chancellor and the fake High Representative in BIH. Mr. Revenkamp didn't like that at all, so he abruptly cut the meeting short with members of our parliamentary committee and simply left the meeting, so some members didn't have the opportunity to say anything to him. I just applauded him as he was leaving the room and said, "Thank you very much for the demonstration you gave us of exactly how democracy functions in the EU and in Germany today." In any case, opposition colleagues, specifically Đorđe Đorđević from the Workers' Party, were also very sharp and direct. He didn't say anything that wasn't true. He also spoke about German aggression against us and how they have no right to lecture us on Ukraine. And the chairman of the Defence and Internal Affairs Committee, Milovan Drekun, naturally used diplomatic language to make it clear that Germany supports arming the fake state of Kosovo, which is unacceptable, and that the European Union is not at all status neutral in mediating negotiations between the fake state of Kosovo and Serbia, as they claim to be, but in any case, it all ended in a sort of diplomatic incident, thanks to a German representative who could not listen to the simple truth. And that is a characteristic of today's politicians leading Western states, and we need to know exactly what we are facing in the future. Let me remind you that Germany has been the main arsonist here in the Balkans ever since the start of the Yugoslav crisis. You were the very first to recognize the breakaway republics of Croatia and Slovenia back then. You are practically the main arsonist in the Balkans. You recognize the illegal referendum in BIH that ignited the whirlwind of war there. You are arming Croatia. Your child, which is Croatia, has ethnically cleansed Croatia of the Serbian people entirely. In 1999, Germany did violate its own constitution and bombed our country. German soldiers killed innocent Serbian civilians in Prizren, even when NATO troops had already entered Kosovo and Metohija after the signing of the Kumanovo Agreement. Your citizen, who falsely poses as the High Representative in Bosnia and Herzegovina, actively suppresses democracy, removes the legally elected and legitimate officials, democratically elected president, and tries to impose a colonial regime there. Let me remind you, he is also someone who openly supports Nazi war criminals. Your Chancellor is a direct descendant of a Nazi war criminal. Your Chancellor said in October that the Western Balkans belongs to you. How is that even possible? How is it possible that it belongs to you?